Hey everyone. Hi. Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. I'm here in Pod Cabin on a ridiculously hot day with screenwriter, journalist, producer, and novelist, author of Unseasonably Cold. Please put your hands together for Amy Ephron. Hello.
Hi. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Very happy to be your new best friend.
I am excited about our new friendship. I feel like it's going swimmingly so far, although we should tell people
that it's really hot.
It's unseasonably hot. It's so goddamn hot.
Yeah.
Now you live an hour away, like as the crow flies, a few miles.
It's like 12 degrees lower.
I was going to say, yeah. One of my friends lives in Venice.
It's 92 outside your house.
And so it was what, 80 where you are?
Yeah.
Which is also hot.
It's very hot.
And you experienced an odyssey getting here. And by that, I just mean LA traffic. You drove for a long time. It's not that.
The truth of the matter is LA is very big.
I guess so.
It's just very big.
Yeah. I guess, but like.
And then it says things like 19 more minutes.
Yes.
Then you pass that and it goes 17 more minutes. You
right.
go, wait a second. Yeah.
Right. All right. But you're here now.
I am.
You're here. You're going to have a bunch of words for your publicist after for making you drive all the way here.
No.
No, it
was my choice.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
I loved the book.
Thank you.
I need to know more about what's going to happen to these characters. I was listening to, well, actually first, for people who are not familiar with the book, let's describe it to them.
It's 1939.
New York.
New York
High
City.
society.
High society. And an heiress who's also a columnist goes missing. And she went missing a year before. And the last thing she did is had lunch with her best friend. And as a result, no one knows what's happened to her. And so there's residual grief, worry. And I think that Liza, her best friend, feels a little bit of guilt. If she'd done something different, maybe it would have been different. Maybe Jane wouldn't have disappeared.
Right.
It's common, I think, if you have a kind of unexpected death.
Mm-hmm. And had you experienced something like that?
Sure. I mean, yeah. I had a friend who fell off a cliff in Hawaii.
Oh, God.
No one knew whether he had jumped or he was pushed or he fell. And then after he died, I always thought we were very close, but I never knew that he was troubled.
Mm-hmm. And you found out he was troubled after.
I think everyone has secrets. And I think one of the things my book is about is secrets. Mm-hmm. Do you have a secret that you've never told or a secret that someone's told you that you've never told?
I'm sure I do.
Okay.
I'm sure I do. Although I do want to get back to the book. But recently, a friend confided in me about sort of the truth of her marriage, which I was surprised by because I thought they were pretty solid. And I found out that there's a lot of secrets there.
Right.
And on my way out, she said, "You can tell Daniel if you want." That's my husband.
I understand.
Because I was intending not to tell him.
Right.
Because I felt like this is a huge secret. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And even though she said that, I still felt like maybe I'm not going to.
Did you?
I did the second I got in the house. But then I thought, like, why did I do that? It was just because she
told you that you could.
I know, but I still feel
I also think that she felt for you that it was a lot to handle.
Probably. She sent me a couple texts like, "I hope you don't."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, like I appreciate you telling me." I didn't feel burdened by it at all. I felt happy that she, trusted me to tell me. But still, I felt like even though she gave me permission, why did I, like, it was like this, I mean, one foot was still out the door and I was like, I just barfed it at him. I don't know. Okay. But back to this book. I heard you say on a podcast that when you started writing it, it was more satirical and more arch.
When I started writing it. And then as the time changed, and I think that we've hit a political time that very much mirrors 1939, I had to go back and make it less arch.
Right.
Because it wasn't, our time is very much like 1939 with the threat of war, with the division of power, the division of wealth. It's very strange. And the closer it got to publication, and then we had an unseasonably cold winter. I apologize for that. I did not mean for that to happen. It wasn't
You manifested
my
it.
intention. I manifested it, yeah. So I don't know what to say. I think that it's about love, and it's about friendship, and it's about loss, and it's about things I can't mention because they would be spoilers.
Right.
Yeah. But I also think that it's a kind of combo of literary fiction, historical fiction, mystery, and very noir. It gets a little dark in there.
Right.
And,
atmospheric, noir.
And then it's also a love story.
Yeah. I'm just trying to imagine it when it was more satirical and more arch. I mean, was it like a comedy of manners, or like how
I could make more fun of the women I was writing about.
I see.
And I made them more real. And for me, the best fiction is real. Like, I think The Secret Garden is real. I think The House of Mirth is real. Somewhere those characters exist for me. And if I came anywhere close to that, that those characters feel real to you,
right,
then I'm happy.
Is there one or multiple characters that you feel sympathy for and toward, and back when it was more satirical arch, was that sympathy not there?
I hadn't gotten that far.
I see.
But no, I always had sympathy for them. I think they're all sympathetic in a way. I don't know. You may disagree.
No, I do. It's hard to go into it without giving stuff away, so I'm not going to.
Oh, you do. You do feel sympathy for them, or you do not?
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
I think as a mother, it's very hard to lose a daughter. I think as a best friend, it's very hard. It's a loss that it can haunt you every day.
Right.
When someone's that close to you, and has been for years.
Yeah. Do you see a sequel?
No.
No.
No, the afterword is the sequel.
Okay.
I think. On the other hand, I could see it filmed, and I could see it as a series, in which case I could see having more than one season.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's what I mean. Like, do you see more that this?
Sure, because there's so many stories and there's so many backstories. There's a lot of characters in here. There's a reporter. Yes. There are a couple lawyers.
Cops.
Yeah, there's an eccentric collector who's one of my favorite characters. There's the relationship. Their mothers are best friends, too. And that's complicated.
Yes.
And then her brother had gone out with Jane.
Right.
And then she had gone out with the sculptor who I also love. And they all have stories.
Teddy or Billy?
Teddy.
No, Billy was Jane's.
Billy was Jane's.
Yeah. Teddy.
I don't feel a lot of sympathy for Billy.
No.
I wish I did.
He moved on so fast.
Or before.
Yeah. Secrets.
Yeah.
So, book is set in 1939, before you're born. I know you refer to yourself as a period writer, right?
Well, I think everything's period. I think that if you wrote a book about now, it would be period.
Yes.
If you wrote a book about the 70s, it's period. So I think that whatever time you set a book in defines the clothes, the food, the language. I mean, to me, everything is a period piece.
How do you make 1939 feel alive? Like, how do you research it?
Well, I think I knew a lot about 1939, but as I came to write it, if they went to the Metropolitan Museum, for example, every single piece of art that's on that wall was on the wall that day.
Amazing.
So if they went to a restaurant, every single thing that was on the menu that day is on the menu. And then my publisher also did this very nice thing where there are a couple of magazine newspaper articles, the New York Times, the Herald Tribune. He emulated the font.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So they look like they're actually from, I mean, I wrote them, but then we emulated the font.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of design that went into this book, too.
Right. Okay, I'm holding up the cover to the camera, youtube.com.
And then it has this other really cool thing.
It's on the...
Yeah, it's embossed on the cover.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How did you get the idea for the cover?
Well, that was easy. I don't know. That just came to us.
It did, yeah.
And it came to us very simultaneously. It was very much what I wanted it to look like.
Well,
I wanted it to be against kind of New York brownstones, although these are gray stones, and one unseasonably cold tree.
Yeah.
The Japanese designer added the red leaf.
I like that a lot. Okay, so you are the youngest Ephron sister. Come from a family. Am I saying it right, Ephron? Or do you say Ephron or Ephron?
You can say it whatever you want.
How do you say it?
Depends on my mood.
Say it for us.
Ephron.
Okay.
Depends on who I'm talking to. No, seriously. Hi, it's Amy Ephron. If it's a restaurant I know. If I don't know you, I might say, hi, it's Amy Ephron.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
So
it's fungible. It moves around. But very famous family of writers, Nora, Delia, Hallie, and your parents were screenwriters.
Right.
It's fascinating to me that all of you are writers and were writers.
We grew up in a house where there were a lot of books. I always wrote. Mm-hmm. Hallie came to it very late. Delia came to it mid-life. I wrote when I was a little kid, and then I had a bunch of executive jobs, but I always wrote. Mm-hmm. And then Nora always wrote.
Right. If you hadn't become I don't even know if you can envision a world where you hadn't become a writer, but if you hadn't.
I was a studio executive.
Is that the other path you would have taken? Well, you did take that.
I did, but I don't know what would have happened if I'd stayed on that path,
right.
Which I could have done. Mm-hmm. Who knows?
Yeah. How was that experience?
At times it was great. And at times it was very anxious making. It's a very big job.
Mm-hmm. And then you also worked at Sesame Street, an electric company.
That was fun.
Yeah, what was that like?
It was fun. We made a lot of toys. Mm-hmm. It was the first couple years of toys. We made the finger puppets. We made the books. Mm-hmm. I spent a lot of time in the factory making sure that Grover was the right color. No, really, everything had to be a primary color.
Right.
3 a.m. in the factory in New Jersey, watching them come out the assembly line. Right. That was fun, though.
Yeah. And so tell me about your path. So you grew up in Beverly Hills, right?
Yes.
And
then I went to boarding school in Vermont.
Oh, what boarding school?
It was called Woodstock Country School. It doesn't exist anymore. And then I moved to New York, and I had a bunch of jobs. Mm-hmm. And then I moved back to California and had a bunch of jobs, and then I started writing, and then I got married, and then I had 3 kids, and then I got divorced, and then I got married again, and then I stayed here. I go to New York a lot, though.
Mm-hmm. At some point in all that, though, when did Sesame Street Electric Company studio exec happen?
1970. Maybe.
But I mean, in
71.
your timeline of, Vermont.
I was 19 or something.
Oh, wow.
And in those days, you didn't have to be an assistant in order to get an executive job. And I didn't go to college. Mm-hmm. So I kind of started working when I was 17.
Yeah. That's amazing. What was boarding school like? I used to want to go. I could not have handled boarding school. I was like, I would have been homesick the whole time. That being said, I always thought I wanted to go to boarding school.
I think that my parents were very dysfunctional, and it was like the only option. Mm-hmm. It was a very progressive boarding school, and then they hired a very non-progressive head, and it was very difficult for all of us.
Right.
It was a failed experiment, and then it went out of business.
Difficult for you, how?
I think we all got thrown out of school all the time.
Okay. Because this strict non-progressive head person was there. Okay. You said you had a bunch of jobs in New York and then a bunch of jobs in LA. Like what kind of jobs?
In New York, I worked for some producers. In those days, there was a lot of book buying. And so there was always a job for a New York person. Mm-hmm. And then I worked for a producer named Marty Bregman who made Serpico and Dog Day Afternoon and had a bunch of clients, Alan Alda, Al Pacino, and I worked for him. And then I moved out here back.
Okay. Did you consider staying in New York?
No.
Why?
I don't like it.
Really? I lived there for 10 years and I loved it.
You know, I miss the trees. I miss the flowers. I love New York. I love everything that it offers, but I don't love New York. I'm not like two of my sisters love New York. Mm-hmm. Nora and Delia love New York, but Nora also loved LA. Delia does not love LA.
What does she dislike about LA?
I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I don't think she feels she belongs here. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I like it here. And my kids are here. Mm-hmm. And my little ones are here. So I don't know. It doesn't occur to me to leave.
Yeah.
But I do, I was in East Hampton about 3 weeks ago and I'm going back for the East Hampton Book Fair. If anybody's coming, please stop by and see me.
Yes.
I'll be very lonely.
What, do you know the date offhand?
August 8th.
Okay, August 8th. Everyone go see Amy at the East Hampton Book Fair.
I will. I will be there.
Yes. You'll be suffering through being in New York.
It's supposed to be unbelievably hot.
Of course it is. It's everywhere.
Right. No, but in the tent.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a lot of people say to me, have fun. But I'm really excited about it. And I'm very thrilled that they asked me.
Yeah. That'll be nice. Just, physically grueling. Potentially. I don't know. You should get a little fan or something.
Like
fan.
A real fan or like a battery operated.
Yeah, like a battery operated, like little electric fan. Or
I thought you meant like a.
Oh, that's even better. That is more stylish. Yes, do that or get an assistant to fan you, something like that. I heard you talking about how growing up, everything in the house that you grew up in was decanted. Yes.
Yes.
I thought that was so interesting.
I still do it.
Okay, but I heard you talk about it as like a metaphor.
For everything having to look perfect, even though, and in a way it's a metaphor for this book. Mm-hmm. In a way it affects the fact that everything to the outside has to look perfect, meanwhile underneath. And I think that also relates to the political climate of 1939 mm-hmm. and to some degree relates to what we're all going through now, where we still want it to look perfect. We have a veneer of everything's fine, but actually we're frightened. Mm-hmm. We're grieving in some way, and it's not our fault. I don't know whose fault it is. I wish we'd send ice to France to fight fires mm-hmm. and shoot water instead of guns. That's my new political idea.
Yeah.
Send ice to fight fires.
Ship them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk more about a childhood where there was so much emphasis on appearances?
I don't know that there was necessarily I think.
Or maybe there wasn't an emphasis on.
I think that for a lot of successful people, there's a lot of emphasis on appearances. Mm-hmm. I think that when you're a female who worked in those days, my mother wore suits and she wore heels to Fox every day. And she wore stockings. I think that there was a lot of emphasis. I think there still is a lot of emphasis, although I come out of the fashion world a little bit because I worked for Vogue for so long, that I think there's a lot of emphasis on our appearance.
Definitely.
I apologize for mine today, but it's 99 degrees outside.
I think you look great. And it is ridiculously steamy out there. Yes. Yeah. I think you look great. Okay. Well, then can you talk more about...
But I do think that for women, particularly, and for men who were in this social strata in New York, that there was a great emphasis on your appearance and how you presented yourself and how you spoke and who you spoke to, even though in private you might behave very badly.
Right.
And I don't think that's changed. I wish it had, but I don't think that I not necessarily. I mean, I like making a good presentation. I can like dressing up, but I can also like being sort of casual like we are today, and yet affecting our own. I mean, we look like ourselves.
Right. So,
and Jane, to some degree, was a tastemaker. I mean, she wrote a column that affected people's taste.
Right.
And so she was very conscientious about what she wore. But there's a line in there from Liza when her brother comes home from London saying that when Timothy was there, she had to up her game and maybe not wear the same thing 2 days in a row. And so I think that us in Brentwood can run around in our version of sweats, whatever that is.
Lululemons or
and if something. Timothy came home, we'd have to up our game a little bit.
Yeah. Can you talk more, though, about what the decanting meant to you?
I thought it was cool.
So what you had said was...
I mean, a few years ago, we had a really big barbecue where there were 28 people instead of 12. There's like 14 of us before we leave the house. So, and I was tired and I put the mustard on the table and I put the ketchup on the table and I put the relish on the table. And I heard Maya say to Anna, what's wrong with Mom? Why is she doing that? And they all came behind me and decanted everything.
Oh, wow.
They thought there was something wrong with me. And I was just, oh, well, Mommy will forgive me for this one. Right. But she had actually, like, if you had artichokes, she had a little thing in the shape of artichoke leaves that was like ceramic for everyone. She had fish forks. By the way, I miss fish forks. I miss salad forks. I think they're making a huge mistake getting rid of salad forks.
Are salad forks becoming obsolete?
A little bit. It's a saving money thing at restaurants because they don't have to wash another fork, I guess.
Interesting.
Butter knives.
Yeah, you don't see those very often.
Iced teaspoons.
I asked my son to set the table.
Yeah.
And it was chaos. There was no... I just realized, I've not taught him how to do this because... I think I said maybe give everyone a fork, a spoon, and a knife. And there was no respect paid to whether it was fork or a salad fork. I was like, oh, he doesn't know the difference. Okay. So I'm part of the problem.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not. But he doesn't know. Yeah, I don't have the space for it, but I like the idea of like different serving dishes for everything and these artichoke plates sound amazing.
And the other thing is that you use less.
You think you use
less. It's like when people have a ketchup bottle.
Oh, right. You're squirting out so much. Yeah.
I don't think that's why she did it.
Why do you think she did it?
For appearances. Because she could. I mean, I think, they come from immigrant families.
Your parents.
Yes. So I think, I don't know, Julia Child affected them. I have no idea why she was like that, but she was. And she wasn't the only one. Everyone was like that. Cloth napkins.
Yeah.
But we also had help. We had a cook, which made sense because there were a lot of us. And she went to the studio every day. So we had like a sit-down dinner every night, unless they were out.
Right.
with courses. And I mean courses. I mean soup and then salad. And then it was really like a sit-down dinner.
Production.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your parents were there or they were still at work?
They were there.
They were there.
Yeah. No, if they had their way, they would work until 2 and go to Hollywood Park and catch the last 2 races. They had a box at Hollywood Park.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was very sort of haute glamour.
Fabulous. Yeah, it sounds.
On some level. Mm-hmm. But underneath it, there were problems.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
She had a drinking problem. So.
Were you aware of that as a child?
Absolutely. Yes.
Was everyone aware of it? I mean,
No. It was very hidden until it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. So what? And then what happened when it was no longer hidden?
They moved to New York.
Was it progressing? Is that?
She died of cirrhosis.
Okay.
That's why I left home when I was 15.
Mm. She died when you were 15?
No, she died when I was 17.
But you left because it was getting...
It was too crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. It's not all right, but...
Right. What was your relationship with your mother like?
We were very close when I was little. And then she was an alcoholic. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of support. There was no AA. There was no... Psychiatry wasn't in vogue. And there were real support groups. So it was kind of a descending situation.
Mm-hmm. So you're a very prolific writer. You've written a number of novels.
It's funny. I don't think of myself as prolific,
but
thank you. No,
How do you think of yourself?
I think I should have written like 30 books or something.
I just look at that list. I'm like, wow, she must always be writing.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
I wish I was. I can get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I find publicity tours a little distracting. Do you?
I mean, I don't do them, but I do find it.
Yes, you do.
It can be exhausting. Yeah. I mean, how have you felt doing publicity for this book?
I felt great, except that it's counterintuitive to writing because your mind is in a different headspace.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And you're like, I mean, I was very fortunate. I got to do The Strand, which was completely a miracle and fabulous. But it's all very distracting. It's not where you can allow yourself to be in a headspace where all these other characters are inhabiting your brain.
Mm-hmm. You've written a number of children's books.
I have. I love doing it, and I love being on tour for them. Mm-hmm. It was really fun. I call them modern-day mashups of old-fashioned children's books. And there's a little bit of magic, there's no violence. Mm-hmm. There's perceived threat. There's perceived danger, certainly. But there's not like armed war. Mm-hmm. There's no armed war.
Right. I was going to ask, for you, how does the experience of writing a book that is for children differ from writing, something like Unseasonably Cold?
It didn't really, because what they are is real novels for children. Mm-hmm. They're like The Secret Garden. They're like A Little Princess. So it wasn't really very different.
Mm-hmm. I'm still hung up on the fact that you don't think of yourself as prolific.
That's so funny.
I think that would surprise so many writers.
Well, I don't know. I have friends who write a book every year, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know. So I'll stop being hard on myself then. No. Thank you.
Celebrate yourself.
Thank you.
I guess I could see that though, if you're comparing yourself to people who are putting out a book every single year. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show the way success looks different on the outside than it feels on the inside.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So you feel you beat yourself up. Is that accurate to say you beat yourself up for not writing more, or you just...
I don't beat myself up.
Okay. You wish you don't feel prolific.
I don't feel that I'm the most prolific writer. Mm-hmm. Let me put it that way.
Right. Okay. What else would we be surprised to know that you feel about yourself?
I feel lucky in my family and my children. I feel lucky in my life. I feel that the sky is very blue today, even though it's really hot, which it hasn't been, by the way. So we should be thankful for blue skies. I feel that in our own little bubble, we're very fortunate. And I also feel that people don't realize that LA is a community. It's a society. And I think most of us live in a society, whatever town you live in, whatever. And that I feel very fortunate to have a lot of writers around me who support me. I feel very fortunate that you had me on your show today. I think that we're in an age now where people are a little less competitive, not totally, but a little less competitive. You run into some competition occasionally, but I think that we're in a good space, and I hate AI.
Do you use it? Have you dabbled at all?
I've caught it making mistakes.
Yes. That is kind of, I
know more than it does.
It gave me bad advice. I never should have. I had a feeling about something, and then I asked AI what I should do, and then it gave me advice, and its advice was bad. And I thought, which, by the way, that is a pattern in my life of not trusting my gut and thinking other people know better than I do. I
used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you stop?
Well, sometimes you can't stop because you have to do what other people want you to do. Sometimes your gut is right. And it's sometimes, do you find it hard sometimes when someone doesn't believe you and you know you're right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a really hard thing. It's like, can you just please believe me?
Right.
I know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
No, I hate that. I also hate, and thankfully this hasn't happened to me a lot, but some of my moments of agony have come from when someone thinks I'm not telling the truth, but I am.
Right.
Because like, how do you, all you can say is, no, I am telling you, like, you can't change their mind.
Right.
That's very frustrating. As I get older, I try more and more to not feel like I have to explain myself to everyone. And a big thing for me is like wanting to be understood and wanting everyone to understand that I'm coming from a good place and all of that. And it's like, when you're, in the public eye in any way, there's people who misunderstand you.
Right.
And I think people who have
but you're very generous.
Thank you. But I think that people who have more peaceful lives aren't concerned with trying to make sure everyone understands them.
Right. But also you try to take care of a lot. You're taking care of a lot. You're working, you have children, you have a husband, you have a business. It's a lot. And even basketball practice is a lot.
Yeah.
Are you in basketball?
No.
Are you in baseball?
No. The sports that my kids do, Elliot does karate and he sort of does tennis. He did not like soccer. He did soccer for a while, but not anymore. But no, he wants to be an actor. He wants to be on Broadway.
Cool.
So it's all like, for him, it's a lot of performance stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
Remind me to tell you about the school Anna goes to.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Did you get the info about the segments? Favorite word and just mirror everyone and hey, go fuck yourself?
I did.
Okay, excellent. Let's talk about our favorite words, and we have a little thing we play.
What is your favorite word?
What words do you like? Do you like? What words do you like? Do you like? I have mentioned this one on the show, but I think where my mind goes when someone says, what's your favorite word? I just love the word wanderlust.
Okay.
If a word could glitter, I feel like it's like a glittery word.
Right.
Yeah. And
I love sparkle.
See? It's similar. I love the word sparkle too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a word that you find yourself putting into everything you write? Or like, is there any, like, what's a, like, Amy Ephron fingerprint? Like something that.
Also? No, I'm sorry. Also.
And
yeah, right.
It.
Also.
Okay. I just didn't know if maybe there's like something that you find yourself frequently.
No, like a Hitchcock thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. That's funny. I'd like to look that up and see
if there might be something like that.
Right.
Okay.
I have a habit of putting psychics in.
Oh yeah, like the Millie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and in a cup of tea.
Do you go to psychics, or are you? What about psychics appeals to you?
I have gone to psychics. There are some that I sometimes think may know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. I have gone to astrologers. There's some who I think sort of understand what they're doing, but it's not like a thing. On the other hand, I was absolutely addicted to something called Lotus Tarot on my computer. And you used to be able to reach a real person. I never did that. I never tried to reach a real person. And now they have an AI tarot reader.
Oh, no.
And her name is like Charisma. Hi, I'm Charisma.
No, I'm your tarot reader bot.
Yeah, no. One of my favorite things with my new husband is when we were dating, he had a couple other girlfriends. We had to get rid of them. And then I found a note by the bed in his house that said Charisma White. And I went, oh my fucking whatever is. Sorry that I swear.
No, please, we swear on this show.
Oh my God. And there was a phone number. I didn't call the phone number. And I got really, really mad at him. And he was trying to buy sheets to make me happy. And the color of them was Charisma White.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And then we went to Hawaii.
Charisma White.
And
that's so funny.
The first night we were there, was our first trip. The hostess's name was Charisma.
Oh, wow.
And I went, okay. I didn't totally make that up.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a tangentially connected story. When I was 12, we drove across the country. My sister was 8. I was 12. It was the four of us in a sedan we took 7 weeks. It was very educational. And it was also like stressful because my parents were fighting the whole time.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. They stayed together.
I don't understand why. That's the thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why? I understand why someone can do that if one of you gets sick.
Yeah.
And it can be a little cantankerous.
Right.
Another favorite word.
Cantankerous is a great word.
Yeah, cantankerous.
Yeah.
But I don't understand it if it's fighting all the time.
So
I mean, my parents did that, so I didn't understand it. And I also didn't understand. I think now everything would have been dealt with very differently.
Yes.
And I also think now there's not necessarily the same stigma of
Divorce.
Alcoholism that you're allowed to recover.
Right.
And you haven't, you get to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As opposed to sexual assault.
Right. Yeah, it was hard growing up around fighting all the time. Like, I don't know how it was for you, but for me, it sort of put a pit in my stomach that was there my whole childhood.
Right.
Yeah. And I still have trouble if there's a lot of yelling around me, if someone has a temper. Like,
I understand.
I cannot be around that.
Yeah, I understand. Mm-hmm. And it can make you crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, about the Charisma White, similar story. So all of us in a car across the country, and we're in, I don't know what state it was, but I noticed there was this note in handwriting on the hotel pad next to the bed that said hairpin lovies. And I said, oh my gosh, this must be a brothel. Someone here was going to a brothel called Hairpin Lovies. And my mom said, that says Harpoon Louie's, and that's the restaurant we're going to tonight.
That's really funny.
But I had the big imagination. And I was scandalized. Hairpin lovies. Yeah. Okay. So let's now do Just Me or Everyone. And we have a song.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
All right. Do you have a Just Me or Everyone? This is something that you do or you think and you wonder, is it just me or is it everyone who does this?
What's yours?
Well, mine is, I realized this morning, I don't think of my breasts as the girls. And I feel like
I don't either.
Okay. You're the second person who, when I've revealed this, says they don't either. But I feel like there's a lot of women who call them the girls and think of them as the girls. And I don't even think that mine are. I don't know what I think mine are, but it's not gendered.
I think I have a friend who calls them the dolls.
The dolls.
Yeah.
Do you feel like yours are the dolls?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't call them anything.
Yeah. No, me neither.
I don't call them for breakfast either.
Me neither.
Yeah.
They're just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
There's probably something I do that's peculiar. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm sorry. That one missed me.
That's okay. You can get back to us. I'm realizing I didn't answer your question before of why did my parents stay together? And I don't really know the answer, but my mom was 16 years younger than my dad. She met him when she was young. I think that she outsourced a lot of her decision making. She was capable and she was smart, but she didn't think that she was. And I think that it was just easier. She also didn't work. She never really had she didn't have a career. She went to Berkeley, but she had worked in her father's office and she worked at like Marine World or whatever the SeaWorld Marine World place was up in San Francisco. And I think it was just easier for her to stay. I think that she probably was worried about, I don't know if, you know what, actually, she would often say things that I would disagree with her strongly about, but she would say that like, oh, it's too easy to get divorced. And I would always say, I don't think so. I think that
it's too hard.
It takes a lot of strength to decide to divorce. I think
in my parents' case, though, underlying everything, I think they loved each other and they were a team, and they got married at summer camp. They were both counselors.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's a completely different thing. And then my dad was a stage manager and a failed playwright. And finally, my mom said, "Can I help you with that?" And it was a hit.
Oh, wow.
And then they got a contract from Fox and they took the super chief and they landed in Los Angeles. And so I think they had a very long history. And I don't think divorce was ever on the table.
Yeah. Well, I think for my parents as well, I remember a therapist once said to me that they're fighting, like, that's their dance. It's like, I'm going to throw up forever now. But I do think, they were in love up till the end, even though they were not pleasant or kind to each other.
Right.
There was such an age gap. My mom was really frustrated with my dad getting old. I think she thought that he was doing it on purpose. And it's like, no, he really can't hear you. He really is tired. What we all saw was, he's getting old. He is slowing down. And she took it very personally. But yeah, there was love there at the end.
Yeah.
It was a relationship that I would never want to be with someone that I could not get along with. I think that would be exhausting.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, Hey Go Fuck Yourself. This is where you tell someone or something to F off. Is there anyone you'd like to give a piece of your mind? It can be small or it can be big. No? No one? Okay.
I mean,
not even like a artificial flavor that you dislike? A clothing store policy? I can't think of other things, you know. It could be anything. Anything that grinds your gears.
I mean, what I would like to say, I won't say because I don't indulge in politics.
Okay.
You want me to tell you what I think of Netanyahu? I don't think you do.
If you want to.
No.
That is politics, though.
I know. That's my point.
Yeah. All right.
I think he overreacted. And I think that both he and other people who I won't name have taken us to an edge that we never wanted to go to. Mm-hmm. I think it's like escalating a fight. Like if you have a tiny fight with your husband, for example, and they say to you, do you want a divorce? And they don't understand that that's a very provocative statement, that they're actually taking it to the edge. Mm-hmm. That you didn't say you wanted a divorce. All you did was had a disagreement with them. And the moment they throw that into the atmosphere, and that's how I feel some of our politicians are reacting, where they're taking things that didn't need to go to, they didn't need to go to the edge. There were edges we didn't need to go to, and they're frightening us. Yeah. And they're frightening our children. And I think that we're not being responsible in ways. And I'd like to tell our politicians to step up, which they're not doing. Mm-hmm. And I'd like them to be more ecologically aware, which they're not doing. So I don't actually want to tell them to fuck off. I want to tell them to step up. Mm. And that, I think, is a very different thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the mood to tell anyone to fuck off. I'm only in the mood to say, please step up and help us. We all need help now. And we need to understand that we're one globe. Mm-hmm. So that's my thing at the moment. And it's not, I think there's too much anger in the world in general. And so the idea that I would want to have a fight with someone where I said,
yeah, F off.
What I really want to say is step up, take my hand. I may not want your hand, but I want you to step up. So no,
I see the difference. I wish I had like a thing to play that said, hey, step up. Here, I'll play
I think we should write a song.
I'll sing it. Yeah, here.
Hey, go.
Step up. There we go. Now we have it.
Song by Allison and Amy.
Exactly.
Our first song.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, when you say you don't get political, do you mean when you're doing publicity, or in general you try to avoid talking about politics? Like in your personal life?
I used to be very political. And then it doesn't seem like a good idea right now. I'm frightened.
Sometimes I think I should be.
Right. Yeah.
And I think to myself, so my parents are playing a prominent role in this episode.
Apparently.
Yeah. My dad was a very anxious person, and just to give you my full story, I didn't know I was Jewish until I graduated college. Because,
why?
Did you say why or wow? Sorry, did you say why?
Yeah.
Because my dad told me we weren't.
Why?
Because he...
Was he Jewish?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was your mom Jewish?
Yes. It's crazy. I mean, the only people who truly believe, the only person who believed we weren't Jewish was me. My whole life, everyone around me was like, no, you're Jewish. And I'm like, no, I'm not. My dad said I wasn't. And it made no sense. We looked, we celebrated Christmas and all we didn't.
Well, we did too.
Yeah. But my last name was Rosen.
Right.
It made no sense.
Right.
But I just believed that my dad wouldn't lie to me.
Did you have cousins?
I did have some cousins, but my family was my parents were estranged from their siblings.
No,
So,
at the time, a lot of families were like that.
yeah.
They weren't close. We're sort of close.
Right. So I wasn't around a lot of people actually, it was at my grandfather's funeral that I remember a cousin saying something about being Jewish. And I was like, this is a data point. Like, and so anyway, finally I asked after I graduated college, I said to my mom.
Was he frightened?
Yes. So he was frightened. He was not religious himself. And he was from New York and he had moved to Orange County where he felt like people were were like pretty anti-Semitic and ignorant. And I think he enjoyed confounding them. So like there was a little bit of an antisocial thing of like he liked for them to be like, oh, I know. Oh, do you know Stein? And he'd be like, no, I'm not Jewish. And it's like, you obviously are. But so he liked to flummox them. But also I think he felt like I am not religious. This doesn't mean anything to me. So what's the upside of identifying with it in a world where so many people are going to hate you just for being Jewish? And he was a very anxious person. He was born in 1933. I mean, the funny thing is that it's on my mom's side of the family. Her mother came over from Vienna. The rest of that family didn't make it. It's on my mom's side that they had died in the camps. On my dad's side, they were already here, but my dad is the one who had this big fear.
Right.
So anyway,
well, it sounds like your mom went along with it.
She did. She never. This is like a point of pride for her. She never. It was just lies of omission, but she told me that she said to him, this is going to catch up with you. Like, this is, but she did go along with it. But so anyway, all of which is to say, I come from a very, don't put a target on your back. Don't be conspicuous. Don't, my dad felt like he was a doctor and he had this story. He had a patient who had been a prisoner of war. I don't know which war though. He had been a prisoner of war, and the first thing the captors did supposedly was come in and say, is anyone Jewish here? And then like a bunch of hands went up, and then or a few hands went up, and then those people were taken outside and shot. And my dad always felt like, why would you self-identify if it's going to put you in harm's way? So anyway, all of this is to say, I probably should be more fearful. I should watch what I say more because I shoot my mouth off all the time.
I'm not fearful for being Jewish.
No, but are you, for any reason though? For any reason. I mean, for speaking out against this current administration, that's what you mean, right? Who knows? One can never say. I just mean, I think often that I should be more strategic instead of just getting online and like firing off whatever I think.
Well, I think it's nice that you do that.
Thank you. I've actually reined it in.
I mean, I really admire Bette Midler.
Yes.
Yeah. And she managed to do it without it being a thing. It's just a thing she does.
Mm-hmm.
I really admire Stephen King because they both just do it, but
you don't.
Not now,
right? I think what I was going to say though is I feel like we might get to. I think it's wise. I think what you're doing is wise, even though you have there's a reason.
Yeah,
I think that there's not really an upside to like just shooting your mouth off like I do. So
I think there is an upside to it.
What is the upside? Because it just gets me into fights with people online.
Maybe someone will hear you.
That's beautiful. I feel you're my new best friend. I feel seen. That's the hope, right? That's the hope of just speaking into the void. I've actually pulled back quite a bit because I was getting into fights all the time on Threads, which is so stupid. Like I could be talking to bots
who
for
has
all
time
I know.
to do that.
Yeah, so I've really reined it in. which is growth, I suppose. I meant to ask you, when you were writing for...
I think we flipped this interview.
Yeah. When you were writing for Vogue and
this is my new podcast.
Oh no,
Allison.
I'm giving it to you. I give it to you. Amy Ephron is your new best friend with guest Allison Rosen. When you were writing for magazines and newspapers, what kind of things were you covering?
Restaurants, fashion, political events, openings, just like, and for Huffington, occasionally political stuff. Mm-hmm. Food. I love food. I love fashion. I don't know. I was very fortunate that they let me write some stories too.
Do you mean fiction?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have never written fiction. I was a journalist as well. And I was...
Do you think that you're not now? I think you are. I think what you do now is journalism.
Thank you. I guess I mean to say I was hired by magazines to write articles, and I haven't...
Well, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't. Not in the way it did back in the day.
No.
Right. So I was doing a lot more print writing than I am now. And I took a creative writing class in college, and I remember the story that I'm most proud of was largely autobiographical. Like, I've never done true fiction.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. And your first book should be that.
Largely autobiographical?
Well,
yeah.
Third person autobiographical. I mean, if it's an I, it's not exactly you.
Right. Well, yeah.
I think you have a story in your appearance and not knowing you're Jewish. Have you written that for Zibby?
No, I have written it in bits. I have a Substack. AllisonRosen.substack.com. And I went on Substack
last week.
Oh, yeah?
Will you follow me? I have no followers.
Yes. Are you just
Amy
Ephron.substack.com?
Yeah.
And everyone listening, please follow. Yeah, we will follow you.
I have no idea how to use it.
Oh, it's fairly user friendly, I would say.
I have no idea.
Have you written on it yet, or you're just on there? Okay.
I've only done one Substack.
Okay, I can't wait to read it.
No, I didn't write it. Somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you write something on there, I will be the first to read it.
Thank you.
But yeah, I was writing the story of finding out the story of all the stuff I just shared.
Does this go on Substack?
This video or
any part of it? Yeah.
No, but I could push it out there.
I think that would be fun.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll put it on Substack as well.
A little bit. Yeah.
Like a clip or something.
Yeah. And then I can put it on my Substack and I'll have something on my Substack.
All right.
Allison, I'll have my new best friend on my Substack.
Your new podcast. Yeah. So anyway, I was writing it there. But there's still more to tell for sure. Amy, it was so lovely guesting on your podcast. I've been a listener for a long time. I like what you do. Let's tell everyone again the book is Unseasonably Cold. Go buy it, read it, love it, review it, all the things you want someone to do. And then also if they're in East Hampton on August 30th.
Yes. I'm also going to be at Godmother's in Summerland.
Yes. Unfortunately, this is going to air after
that.
However, on an episode that I recorded earlier that is going to air that day, I mentioned it and I told everyone to go. I've never been to Summerland. It looks so cute.
You want to come?
I do. I can't go that day, but I do. I know. Lori asked if I wanted to go and I was like, I can't, but I really do. It looks adorable.
I bet Elliot wants to go too.
Yes. Big road trip up there. Is the bookstore adorable? Oh, you don't know. You haven't been there. Okay. No. Well, from my Googling, it looks amazing. It looks very, very cute. And you're going to be, by the time they hear this, you already did it. You had a fabulous Q&A and signing there.
I hope so. I met them. I ran into Gloria Steinem in New York when I did the Strand. It was a very magical trip. And I went over and said hello to her because I'd known her for a long time. And the woman with her was completely and totally annoyed that I'd interrupted their dinner. I'm telling you, there's no question that she was. And Gloria said, no, I really what? And then the woman turned out to own godmothers.
Oh.
So they invited me up. I actually made it through my first audition. And then I sent my daughter over to give them my contact information. And Gloria said to me, I never had a daughter. And I didn't have the quick wit to say to her, we are all your daughters. And so I want to write her a note and just tell her that. Because that's how I feel about her. Mm-hmm. She's quite extraordinary.
Yeah. And see, it sounds like you didn't really annoy her that much if she invited you to her store.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was worried I was annoying her. Mm-hmm. I'm not really that aggressive.
So they were seated at dinner. It's tough. Just like the physics of that. It's tough to talk to someone when they're I would have felt the same. But I'm glad you did because you got to see Gloria.
No, my friend who I was with said, you should go over and say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And we had a couple of very, very close mutual friends. So it was whatever. Anyway, I totally admire her.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. I would like to.
I look forward to chapter 2 of The Adventures of Allison.
And Amy. Right? With our hit song. I'd like to remind everyone that I am on, Amy and I are on Substack. And then also I'm on Patreon.
What's that?
Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
It's similar to Substack. It's people subscribe to your Patreon, and then there's different levels where they get different rewards. And I do an extra bonus episode a week for Patreon.
Cool.
And then there's levels where like you can text me and I'll text you back, or you can get photos and behind the scenes, all sorts of stuff like that. So patreon.com/Allison Rosen. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening. It helps out the show. Thank you so much, Amy.
I love Allison. That's all I have to say. And thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen Show?